Hello everyone, thank you very much for being again here to watch a new tutorial made by me. I'm Elle with Elle Furniture, and in this week's project I'm gonna do the furniture for the room number 3 from Villa Speranța here in Romania. This is the furniture that I chose. It's quite similar, as you can see, and because I am going to use this furniture, and the furniture will stay in the B&B where it will be a lot of traffic. I chose to prime all the pieces. It's safe, and this will make me sure that the paint will stay on the furniture better and will be more durable. So I'm layering one coat of this Zinsser Primer that I'm using for priming the pieces after I cleaned them well and I scuff sanded the wood all across each piece of furniture. I'm dry brushing actually the primer. I don't want to have any ugly build-ups, so I prefer to take small amount of paint, as you can see, which I'm spreading around for quite a large surface. So I go also underneath. I try to make sure that I don't miss any spot on the furniture. So wash it nicely, apply 2 coats of primer, and I will be good to paint. And meanwhile, while the different steps of the furniture are happening, I'm heating this Woodubend, beautiful Woodubend mold, which I'm gonna place, you will see soon, on the wardrobe, which is quite nice, and it's elegant, but I thought it misses something, especially because I plan to, you will see, to have this room dark red, so I thought it should have something dramatic, also the wardrobe. So I heat it well, and it becomes flexible, and that's the moment when I'm adding the glue. I spread the glue very nicely. It stays warm about maybe 2-3 minutes. So while it is still bendable and warm, I try to make it a little bit longer, because as you can see, that niche that I'm adding it on, it's a little thinner than the mold itself, and I don't want it to look artificially added on the furniture. So that's why I keep warming, keeping the mold warm, so that I can make it longer and slimmer. I don't know if it makes sense, but I will show you a little bit later the difference between, look, the one that is heated, you see how long it is, and the other one, it's much shorter and fatter. Okay, so after the glue dried, I'm coming also all over the mold with the same primer, Zinsser, which is adding it in the same way, so not a big amount of Zinsser goes for a very large surface. And this is how it looks after one coat of primer. And I'm gonna add also this beautiful decoupage from Jonathan Mark Mendes and Posture by Solly Joe. I'm gonna show you more ways to cut the margin. So this is on dry. I just come with my nails and I'm cutting it across the edge. It will create a nice edge, but not as smooth as this one. I'm wetting the margin that I want to break, and I come with my fingers and I break it, and it will remain super smooth, and this will blend perfectly into the paint, absolutely invisible. And for the margin that I don't need, because it will be a crisp margin, I'm coming with a sharp knife, and I'm simply cutting the extra, which I'm gonna use because you will see the paper, it was not perfectly, I mean, the size of the dresser was bigger than the size of the paper, so you will see that I will do something extra with those flowers. You will see later on. So I'm applying one coat of the glue, which I'm watering down, like 80% Mod Podge, 20% water, and I spread it all over the furniture. I go into small areas. I don't go wildly from the beginning with the glue all over, because I find it much easier to maneuver the paper in this way. This is at least for me. So I'm just going all over, pressing firmly on the brush, making sure that I get no air bubbles underneath. And then I'm coming with this abrasive sponge, actually it's a pad, and I remove all the extra paper that I still have on the furniture. I measure it precisely, but I always leave like maybe half a centimeter on each side. And I repeat the process also over the bedside tables. I went with the Posh Chalk by Solid Joe decoupage paper. This one is called Posh Script, and it's a very beautiful, I think it's from a novel or something. It's in French, and it's really elegant and exactly what I needed for these bedside tables. I didn't want to have all of the papers the same. I felt that would be too boring, so I wanted to mix a little bit different papers, but still to have like a set. And here is what I'm doing to add. You see, I have a little bit of margin, and I don't want that. I prefer to have decoupage paper up to the edge of the furniture. So I cut small pieces of the decoupage and I add them after the first coat of glue is dry. So I wait maybe like an hour, and then I'm coming with these add-on and I'm taking you now closely to see how I'm doing. So I really cut on the edge, making sure that I only get the small flowers. I don't want to have any whites or anything. This paper is called Arctic Bloom Border, so it is especially I don't know, it was designed by Jonathan especially to be used as borders, so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing some borders on the decoupage and hiding the transition between paint and the decoupage paper. And then I'm coming all over the top again, make sure that I have no air bubbles and glue everywhere. With this will be the second coat of glue, which will be the last coat of glue. And I wanted to connect the bedside tables with this dresser, and therefore I had a little bit extra of the same decoupage paper, so I chose to add it and to integrate it on this first drawer. I didn't have for all of them, I only had for one, so that's why I only put on one, but I think it really turned out nicely. And I make sure that I have no air bubbles underneath and let it dry overnight. And now we are already in another day. It's another day, next day. And I'm coming with Katja's Shadow Gray and her Rouge. And I'm also using her brush. This is the first coat. I'm planning a blend in between these two colors. So before this is the first coat, I won't go for any, I don't know, perfection. I'm not looking into perfection. I only want to have a solid coverage and to have a good solid color for the second or even third coat. For this one I ended up using 2 coats, but for the bedside tables I had to use 3 coats. I don't know why, but I felt that they needed a third coat, so I'm placing the colors. And I get quite a lot of questions how I get this soft blend without any visible mark. It's because I overlap the colors. So as you could see, I overlapped them like maybe 5 centimeters. And here I'm going with the same rouge up to the top, and I just put the color, make sure that I have it everywhere. The same with the margin. This brush is so great. It really helps me to precisely go only where I want. I really love it. It's also a brush from Katja. It's a 2-inch brush. And that's also the edge. It's only first coat, so I don't care. And that's how it looks while it's drying. And this is the next day. I'm gonna go and perfect the blend, so I'm gonna use more brushes this time, and these are some microfiber cloth. They are a little bit wet. So I'm coming with the color. I come from up to down this time. I don't know why, but usually I do like this. First coat is from down to up, and the next one is from up to down. And as you can see, also in coat number 2, I overlap quite on a large surface. That's the secret. So if you want to achieve smooth blend, then it has to be the margin which is overlapped, it has to be larger. And here I remove all the extra of the decoupage paper from these small areas. I chose to connect the wardrobe also with the rest of furniture, so I felt that a little bit of the paper would really make sense, and it does. It still makes sense in my head. And so I make sure that I remove all the extra and leave a very crisp and nice margin. I allowed the paint like 8 hours to dry overnight, and this is the second coat of blend. It will be a little bit longer, this part, but I wanted to let you see exactly the process for those really interested. I really took my time, and I'm showing you how I overlap each time the colors. And so first I take the paint, and then I'm coming from up, of course, to down, and I'm gonna go and meet in the middle with these colors and continuously play one color into the other. So I'm coming now with the red, and already touching a little bit the gray part. It looks messy in the beginning, but it will start to look nicer, you will see. And now I'm doing the same, but with the gray brush. I find that the bigger this overlap is, the nicer the blend is. So, and this is a clean brush, artificial bristles, but it's really very good for blending. And I'm starting to play the colors. Make sure that I also have a crisp transition on the edge. It will take a little bit of time for the edge to become soft, the blend soft, but the paint is really excellent. I mean, it allows me to play for a very long time, which is great. This is what you need for blend. So I'm just taking my time, and I play all over again and again and again with the brush. I'm gonna come next week with another project where I do this blend on oval, so that will be also nice to watch. And I'm cleaning, as you could see earlier, I'm cleaning the brush on a clean microfiber cloth, trying to keep that brush as clean as possible and as neutral as possible. And I go on, I layer the rouge on top of the, going up to the furniture. Nothing fancy. And now I allowed the paint to dry like maybe 6 hours, and I'm coming with this protection. It's a top coat with a water-based top coat. Because the same worry as for the primer, I really feel that these pieces need a little bit more protection, and the wax, it's great, but for this heavily usage, I prefer to go with the top coat. So I go with 2 coats of a top coat, very thin layers. I don't want to have any build-ups. They will look really ugly if there is any. So you can see here I barely have any top coat on the brush, and literally I go only like a dry brush of this top coat where the furniture could have build-ups. And then I'm coming with the beautifying, as I like to call it. I come with the mix of dark and brown waxes, and I darken the lower points of the molds, and then with the gold gilding wax from PBO, I'm coming and I add on top of the mold, I add this beautiful shimmer. And then I'm coming with the like a black, more, it's more like a black, it's a mix of brown and black, but more black wax, and create these shadows and go all over the lower points of the furniture, creating this nice vintage used look, which I really love. And again, on the high points of the furniture, I'm coming with the gold. I let you watch this one and listen to the beautiful music. And it's ready, and I really love how they look. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a comment, and thank you very much for watching. See you really soon with another fun project similar to this but quite different. You will see. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching.